Hello everyone and welcome back to my reef tank. I know it's been a few weeks and I apologize for that. In today's video I am going to set up my upgraded NanoBox Duo light on the lagoon and move the little mini tide to the 10-gallon tank so that I can take down the par bulb, and I'm gonna go ahead and get started. So here we have the pieces. I have the power supply, the controller, as well as the light. The basic big upgrade part here being that everything is run off of one power supply. Previous versions, the light had its own power, the fan had its own power, and the controller had its own power. So this will really be helpful in saving space underneath my cabinet. I did just notice that I need to take the protective film off of the light. And then of course the next step will be to plug it in, turn it on and make sure it is connected to my network so that I can start playing with the controls. Okay. So I plugged in the light works. I was able to use the Bluefish controller. I had to redo the blink up so that it would connect to my network. I was then going to mess around with the settings. These are the settings that the light over the tank now has. I was going to try to get this new light as close to the current light settings as possible so that I don't fry my tank with this new, more powerful light. But then I discovered that not only did I get an upgrade to the body and the single plug style light, but I did also get the 5-channel control instead of 2-channel control. So previously my 2 channels were blues and whites, and now with the 5 channels I honestly don't know what the different channels are. I know that there's blues, whites, I think there's violets, limes, again, I don't really know. But luckily in the Bluefish app there is presets. So what I can do is I can select a preset, which I'm going to go ahead and do that. And then I will be able to go in and sort of play around with the settings, with the presets to sort of get things lowered down to where it was previously. So let's see how that goes, and hopefully in a few minutes I will be able to put the light over my tank. Alright, so now that it has taken me way too long to figure out the presets and how the 5 channels work, I can finally take this little light off and get the Duo back over the tank. If I can fit my hands behind the tank. And there we go. It is quite a bit more blue than the other light, but that's fine. Gonna cut it short here because it did take me so long to get the settings and everything together. I'm sure I've got enough footage on this video and it's been long enough. I'm gonna do the same thing for the other tank. I like to keep both tanks on the same lighting schedule so the lights will come on at the same time and go off at the same time, but I do adjust them a little bit light-wise. I usually keep the lagoon a little bit more white than the 10-gallon tank because the rock flower anemones really pop when it's more blue. So that's all for today. If you have any questions on how I did the NanoBox light, I know it's a very specific light with a very specific kind of controller. So if you do have any questions about the NanoBox, of course feel free to leave those down below, and I will see you guys next time. And now I am realizing I have blue, yellow, shoot. Cool, 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 cool. So now I don't know what to set my lights at. This is great that I have more channels and more control over the lights, but I don't know what's what anymore.